We're just two friends who love the movies, call each other every morning. Hey, good morning, man.
Good morning, man. You okay?
Oh, yeah, it's just extremely cold. Like, it got even colder today compared to yesterday.
Yeah, same here.
Um, well, dude, once again, for your uh, football news, of course, please listen to the Movie Call podcast. You know, uh, got some good news. The New York Giants fired their head coach.
You
Uh,
caught it. You predicted it. You heard it here first.
yep. It was that was just that was the thing that they needed to do, man. It had to be done. It's tough, but it had to be done. Did you know? I don't know if you knew this, but did you know who the owners of the Giants are?
The owners?
Yeah,
No, I don't know.
Rooney Mara and Kate Mara's parents.
That's cool.
So
Uh,
in a way, me talking about the Giants,
what do you think Mr. Giant Owner thinks of his son-in-law, Joaquin?
Joaquin, he's probably like that guy's effing weird. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm sure they get along. Joaquin Phoenix seems very down to earth. He just doesn't like anything. I feel like if people meet him, he wants them to treat him just like a normal guy. You know, he doesn't want them to go crazy.
I don't know, but he had a interesting upbringing himself. They had
Yeah,
did they have
he did.
a kid together?
They
Rooney and
yes, yes, they named him River.
uh,
Yeah, after his brother, which I thought was real nice.
so
Um,
his brother passed away at the Viper Club,
I believe so. I believe
and
so.
Johnny Depp played at the Viper Club, so
Yeah, that was kind of like the spot, back then.
I don't
That
know.
was that was like our McDonald's.
Mm.
We'd go there. But anyways, dude, what did you watch last night?
Well, it was my turn to pick, and I know you're thinking, "Oh, Mitch, he won't let me down. He's gonna put on a 2025 movie so we could talk about it." You're wrong. We're back here in the 40s
Oh,
with Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall in one of my biggest blind spots as a fan of classic film, The Big Sleep.
dude, I knew you were gonna say that.
How'd you know I was gonna say that?
I just had a feeling in the back of my mind, the big sleep. As soon as you said Humphrey Bogart, I don't know.
Oh,
And
you
then
think it was like a premonition?
I think so. And then just you confirmed it when you said Lauren Bacall.
I confirmed it when I said The Big Sleep.
Well, I knew immediately as soon as you said Lauren Bacall. I was like, "Yep, it's the big sleep."
Man, I gotta tell you, man, I don't know why I even bother leaving that decade. I'm just gonna camp out in that decade. You guys can have your top 10 lists. Me and Bogey are going all the way to Noir Vegas. Actually, they say it's Noir Vember. I don't know if you
Is that a legitimate thing, or you just making it up?
man, so me, Wes, Wesley, Jonathan, Daniel, we all went to Kentucky this weekend,
Okay. Wait,
and
why'd
we were
y'all go
in
to
town.
Kentucky?
We just try to meet up once a year, kind of in the middle between Wes and us.
Oh, okay.
Um, there's a theater in town, and they we were just kind of looking around at theaters, as you do if you're us. And there was one that was playing a bunch of classic noir movies, three in a row in one day, back to back to back, and they were free.
Wow. Which ones?
I can't even remember now, but Maltese Falcon was one of them, and
Okay.
there are two others, and only one of them I hadn't heard of. But
In a
uh,
Lonely Place was that one?
No, it wasn't your favorite bogey film.
You've seen that,
Um,
right?
no, haven't seen it. As discussed in
Dude,
episode 4 of the Movie Call podcast.
dude.
Um, as discussed. And we couldn't get to go though, because of the timing, but they was in partnership with like a library in the area. I thought that was kind of cool. Well, I
That
used to say like, for me, maybe you can answer this question if you had like a desert island genre. Because I was like, if you could only watch one genre forever, I was close to picking noir. I ended up picking westerns. But what would it be for you?
Oh, I for sure Nor.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
don't, I,
no.
I kind of counted the cost and I was like, I think there's actually more westerns than noir. But I
Okay.
don't know.
I'll
That was
I'll
kind
I'll
of part of my calculus.
I'll trust your word on that. Have you seen The Long Goodbye?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Man, come on, Mitch. You gotta like that one's older. I mean, much newer, but it's still like man. Maybe
But
it's Elliot Good.
right, yeah, gold.
Gold.
Uh, Here's the thing. We're gonna be doing this for a long time, Sam, God willing. And I mean, what are we doing when we react to each other not having seen something? Are you really surprised I haven't seen The Long Goodbye? Is it because I was too busy watching Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein? I mean,
I'm more, look.
every time you haven't watched a movie is because you watched a different movie.
But here's the thing. I'm more surprised that you haven't seen The Big Sleep than The Long Goodbye.
Oh, for sure. Well, like that. Maybe I can ask then another question out of that because I was like, okay, I'm someone who fancies himself as like a classic film guy, and when The Big Sleep is one of like the icons of the golden age of Hollywood.
Yeah.
And do you have stuff like that where you've got like a major blind spot within like your quote area? It's not my area. I'm not an expert. It's what I like.
You mean
But you know
the
what I mean?
area of like noir films?
It's like no, there's like a thing. There's like a what is it for Samuel? I don't know. The one time I asked you like what was like what's the most famous film you could think of that you hadn't seen yet? Last time I asked that it was you said Clockwork Orange.
Okay, it's still a Clockwork Orange.
And you know what? And I don't even think you should watch it.
Well, I don't have a desire to see it. That's the thing.
That makes a
I
difference.
well look on two things. One, I don't have a desire to see it because it just doesn't look good to me. And two, the subject matter it just kind of it makes me feel a certain way.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know.
No, that movie kind of bothered me. I'll be honest.
It it
But it's
it
Kubrick, and you like Kubrick.
true.
Well, I'm not gonna ever watch Eyes Wide Shut, probably.
I mean, I've watched Eyes Wide Shut and I like it. I don't. Well, I haven't seen it in a while, so I can't I can't really speak too much on it. But I guess the most famous movie that I haven't seen, if we're not talking about Clockwork, right? Um, damn.
I've seen every movie. I really have.
I I don't know, man. Can you name a couple like that you think I haven't seen?
Oh, dude, you know what? I know you haven't seen every Best Picture winner, and those are all kind of famous by virtue of having won Best Picture. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure I
Maybe
haven't
that's a way
seen.
to think about it.
Okay, I'm sure I haven't seen, especially like pre like 80s and down.
Right. Yeah.
Like 80s and up. I've probably watched them. Maybe missed a couple, but
Yeah.
um,
That's a list I'd like to get through, as well as Ebert's great movies. Any other lists I should make my way through? A lot of 1001 I don't go for as much just because it changes. I like the ones
yeah,
that are set in stone.
yeah. The ones that are set in stone, I prefer. I mean, especially
But I
with the
do
eye.
I do like to refer to the 1001. It's kind of
I,
cool when you see one from it.
I don't see the top 250 IMDb as kind of like a.
Yeah, because that one changes too. I
It
like ones that
change.
are
It
steady.
changes.
Or
What?
even AFI changes, and um, I guess a lot of them really do.
the one that I always go back to, I mean, of course, is the Roger Ebert one. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
one that's any type of like I've been trying to hunt down. You know this, and I've spoken on the podcast about it, but I've been trying to hunt down a movie called The Terrorist for since like I mean I'm talking going on 3 decades now, and so I don't know if I'll ever find that. It's really hard to find, but that's
If
on.
any of you out there have that for my buddy Samuel, please make a way for him to watch it.
Yeah, I really want to watch that. I do, dude.
I
I
bet
will.
Wesley could find it for you in 10 minutes.
Oh man, I'm sure he could, dude. If I was like Wesley, I'll send you $20. Find me this
It's
movie.
it's not right what he would have to do to get it for you, but he could do it.
He could probably do it. Yeah. Um, I was flipping through and I say flipping like if it's the olden days, flipping through the channels. But I
Mm,
was flipping through HBO Max, and
mm-hmm.
I saw that one that you had recommended, which I do want to watch it before the end of the month
Oh
because it
shoot.
leaves HBO Max. I think it was a Tale of Winter.
No.
No,
Oh, A
it's
Winter's Tale, the Romer movie.
yeah, that one.
Eric
That one.
Romer. Oh yes, it's a good time of year for it too, man. Wow.
Yeah, it was. That's the one, right? The one you recommended because there's
Yes, it
there's
is, man.
multiple ones.
You've got to get to Romer. That's a nice little blind spot for you, my buddy.
Yeah, so I definitely want to watch that before it expires on HBO Max.
You are gonna love it. I'm not even worried about that one. You know, sometimes you recommend something, you're like, oh, it could go either way. I'm not worried about that one.
Well, dude, I've been trying to get you to watch In a Lonely Place. You should
We talked about it like for the first time, like since this
No,
podcast has started.
dude, I swear I've told you before.
Well, you don't gotta twist my arm to watch In a Lonely Place, except I still haven't watched The Big Sleep, you know? Stuff like that. You know, it's
Okay,
gone.
well,
And The Long Goodbye is definitely on my list too. And that's Philip Marlowe, I think, right?
yeah,
Is it?
Philip Marlowe.
So Philip Marlowe is also he's the detective in The Big Sleep.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
two great titles, right? The Big Sleep, The Long Goodbye. These noir titles are so awesome.
In a Lonely Place,
Yeah, it's
it's
good titles. It creates
yes.
a vibe, a mood.
I mean, so you said that you went with the '40s film. When are you going to start watching the 2025 movies?
Um, I don't know. Let's see. If I'm watching 1940 in 2025, then that means probably in about 80 years, probably in about the year 3000, I'll get to the 2025 movies.
Wow, dude. You know what I meant.
You'll see, man. You're gonna just be eating good when I hit my stride. But you know, I was looking because I was like trying to decide between Ballad of a Small Player and this, and I was like, I want to watch this.
Well, I'm glad you did. It's been a long time since I've seen that, and I, I,
Well, we're
I
only
don't,
halfway through.
I don't even want to say. Look, I'll even go on the record of saying you can count me as not seeing The Big Sleep, even though I know I've seen it and I remember parts of it. But it's been so long since I've seen it.
Oh yeah,
But
and I've got stuff like that. I've seen so many clips of it too. But man, it's so funny, man. And every every woman, you know, Bogey bumps into, they're just like throwing themselves at him. He's like the coolest guy in the whole town, you know, just private eye solving the case. And I like that, you know, that private eye image, man. They're always broke, but they've just got this mission from God. They just can see things the way nobody else can see them, and they just wander into situation to situation, like with no regard for what's going on. It's just like they just walk into a house, they look around, they see a dead body, they walk out.
dude, another noir film. I don't know if you've seen it, but L.A. Confidential.
Mm-mm, no, haven't seen that one.
Oh my
For
god.
me, with noir, like the Western, I am very, very, very prejudiced. about like the heydays of those genres. Like it's hard. Like I do like modern westerns. I do like modern noir, but I'm just like, it's never gonna be the same. It's never
Dude,
gonna be the same.
look, hey, I'll let you know if I'm not mistaken. It's in Ebert's great movies list.
I'm sure I'll like it. Yeah, like I said, I do like modern noir westerns, but it's not even close. Like it's just not the same at all.
But here's the thing, Mitch, and this is what I don't. This goes back to what our conversation on a few episodes back about
Hmm.
the whole Roger Ebert was the greatest critic, right? Is that you're comparing these things that, yes, although they have similarities, they're both noir films. You can't really compare them, dude.
Well,
You're like
you can. Look,
you.
I might give a modern noir and a classic noir. I might give them both 4 stars because, like you said, with like Ebert's kind of metric with apples and oranges, taking it for what it is. But I'm still going to like one better than the other. You know, just subjectively from me being who I am.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just even though they're both noir films and they have similarities, I just it I don't like to compare. Like for instance, I'm not gonna say the Big Sleep is a 10 times, 100 times better than L.A. Confidential. I'm gonna say they're both great, but on their own, on their own way. Like, you know
But
what I mean? Like it's
you actually can't think about anything without comparing it to something else. All meaning is a meaning of relationship. Like you have no category for for why one thing should be viewed a certain way unless you're measuring it against something else.
I don't know. I
We're getting in too deep, dude. We need to let's talk some Sandler or something.
Dude, well, you started it, dude. You were like, "Oh, the Big Sleep," and then
The
like,
rest is history.
so
Well, what did you watch?
I watched a documentary on Netflix. I'm sure you've heard it. It's been
Shh.
it's
Shh.
it's been circulating. A lot of people have been watching it. It's called The Perfect Neighbor.
I'm not really sure. What's that all about?
So it's about it's kind of an upsetting one because it's in this neighborhood, dude, and
Mm-hmm.
you have all these kids. They're
Mm-hmm.
just being kids playing football, and all this stuff. Well, there's a
Yeah,
neighbor there for months
the
and
perfect
months
one.
and months. It would go back and like she was always complaining about them, making up these things and all
She'd
this.
complain about the kids.
Yeah, and it's not even her property, like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, without getting too much into it, something happens, and the lady throws uh some roller skates at the little kid. The little
Mm-hmm.
kid, is of course crying, and he goes like, I believe he says he's gonna go call his mom, and the lady's like, go ahead, go call her. And
Mm-hmm.
so he goes and calls the mom, and then the mom comes and starts banging on the lady's door, and the lady shoots through the door and kills
Oh
the
my
mom.
gosh. Lord have mercy.
Dude, it's
So it's a documentary about just a neighbor that's not a good neighbor.
exactly. And the lady that was killed, she was a single mom, she was a mom of four.
Lord have mercy.
um and it was set in Florida. So they have
Wow.
like a, what's that law? I can't think of it right now.
If somebody's on your property, you're allowed to shoot them.
Exactly, yep.
It's the same in Alabama. Not a good look for old Alabama in Florida.
Yeah, no. And so anyways, she just went to trial in the past, few years, and
That's dark.
she was actually sentenced to 25 years.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah.
those prosecutors must have been on the ball to be able to circumvent that law.
Well, they had enough proof to show that
She had
she
wanted her to come to shoot her.
exactly.
Wow. That's interesting, man. That sounds like a pretty good doc.
It's good. Yeah, it was entertaining, and I think it's like an hour and a half, and the way it ends is quite beautiful. You know, more of a tribute to her, to the lady and her kids. But one of the interesting things about it, dude, is that the whole documentary is told uh, through body cam and dash cam.
Oh wow, that is
So
fascinating.
it's not a typical documentary.
Hmm.
Let me park right here.
That sounds
All
like
right.
something Lori would love. I'm gonna definitely recommend that to her.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, dude. Like I said, it's only an hour and a half. It's not even a long documentary. Um, it is pretty upsetting in that. Well, I was gonna quote one of the things that the kid says, but if you do plan on watching it, I won't say it because it will emotionally. It's a gut punch.
Okay, well let's save it. Yeah, man, we're lucky we didn't get blasted when we were camping on people's property and back in Alabama.
In Alabama, of
Yeah,
course, dude. Of course, man.
we were trespassing left and right, building fires on people's land.
I mean, dude, you
Well,
turn
we
on
had
the.
some perfect neighbors. Maybe that's it.
Well, I'm blessed to have had just an amazing neighbor at our house in San Antonio in Alabama in Susan Moore.
Yeah,
But you're right. The Alabama land was like our playground. Like we
exactly
we
true.
we kind of just walked wherever. It was one of those things.
Exactly true.
I mean, we've literally gotten shot at.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What are you talking about? You're like, yeah, we're
That's
lucky we
right.
didn't. Like, what are you talking
Uh,
about, Mitch? We've gotten shot at.
that's right. And you twice, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten shot like without
You had
without getting
okay.
too much into it,
You've not
but
been shot. You've been shot at.
shot at, yes. But anyways, yeah, dude, you forget that time when we're freaking, dude. That was like a horror movie. We
We
were
were like stuck up there for probably close to an hour, scared out of our mind.
we were hiding in the grass, right? We were hiding
No,
in the
no,
grass.
no. Well, we were up on that coal apparatus. You remember we called it the dragon or whatever, but it
Yes.
was like this huge structure where they used to sift coal, and I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what that thing was for, but that's where we were when they started blasting.
Well, so we were up there and we started running. But from what I remember,
Well,
man,
we hid up there behind the I don't even know what it's called. I'm gonna have to research what this apparatus was, but we hid up there on the top behind like a silo shaped thing for a
but,
long time before we made a run for it.
but here's the thing. At first, we weren't up there. We were closer to the garage building
Hmm.
because I
Yeah.
I remember them looking for us and we're hiding in
Well,
the
they
grass.
parked that Jeep at the road, so the road was blocked off for the longest time, and that's we had to make our exit through that big field.
Anyways, listeners, that whole situation was pretty much like a movie in its own.
Are we just getting it mixed up with the movie we saw? Or you think that's going to happen when we're old, probably? We just
Probably, dude.
confuse our lives with some movies we saw. Hey, not a bad way to go, am I right? All
That's
right,
that's
brother.
true. I'll see you
I'll
later,
talk
man.
to you later.